Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. And we are here today again. My name is Donita.
My name is Edita.
And we came here to explore and have a little chat about all of our lives, most of our lives. We felt uncomfortable, you know, a lot of the times, here and there, some more, some less. And yet we had a fake sense of safety through all that discomfort within the paralysis of taking action, really. And what does that mean? So this topic came to us randomly, exploring, right? Just thoughts, and it's a deep topic. It's a interesting one.
Very interesting.
That hit home for us. So
I think all of us feels like at some point in our life we felt uncomfortable with ourselves because this is what we are going to really talk about. Just our experiences with ourselves against the world.
well, against ourselves and against the world, but ultimately that's the only thing we have. It's our experience and our story and our knowing, and with ourselves and our lives and the world and
The way how we react to what is happening in our life and the life around us, and just the perspective on things that we feel inside.
yeah. And it's like in the beginning when I was saying, it's like all of our lives, we felt uncomfortable. That's actually what came, and we wrote it down initially, right? And then today, just reading that, editor mentioned is like, well, not all the life, because you didn't feel uncomfortable all the time. And then I sat here just before we pressed record and I was reflecting and I was like, I did feel quite uncomfortable in my own skin, in the world, even at home. Never felt at home, never felt comfortable. Even when I was happy and joyous, there was this seed, there was this whisper, there was this frequency that was not quite attuned, that was not quite in sync with that
Alignment.
alignment, yes, with that peace within, with that, alignment with my soul purpose, with my feeling comfortable in my own skin, in my own body, in my.
I think that the most of the time we just don't feel comfortable in our own body.
Amen.
So this is what really trigger all of those survival mode thoughts and emotions within. Because if something comes to us through our senses from the external world, we feel right away inside. And if we feel like it's not in alignment with ourselves at this moment, then we feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. And sometimes those energies that are coming, that we're receiving, sometimes they're not even ours.
And more we feel this way, then even more uncomfortable we feel. And sometimes we feel like this for weeks, months, or even years, and finally we are finding ourselves at the like being completely paralyzed.
Many are calling this paralyzed stuck, the feeling of being stuck. You know that you are in a place in your life that it's not good,
But can't do really anything about
and you know what you should be doing, because we've been there, I've been there, you've been there, all of us. So you know what you should be doing, you know what's in your highest, you know what's best for you, yet you don't have that
capacity to go.
energy, that's motivation. It's not even motivation, but that you don't have that warmth, the will,
You don't have the drive.
the drive, and the power, the inner power to press the button, to take action,
And
move.
so this is what is happening. Most of the time, the life press the button for us. And that feels very uncomfortable most of the time. But we are talking about it, how really it's up to us what we're going to do with that. Not to anybody else. It's just like my responsibility, how and what I'm going to do with the press the button, how I'm going to react to it. And that should at least require some action from me. Take the action. But the action should be based, again, going back to our last video, taking from the heart space, the neutral space.
But what do we do if that's great? You know that you need to take the action, right? Because you know that your life is going to get better if you take action, but you feel paralyzed. You feel like your feet are in that sand, in cement, and you just feel like you're drowning almost, and feel stuck, and feel all the words that we all know and you hear all the time.
And sometimes,
so how do you do that?
And sometimes we are looking at other people like, oh, they have put together, everything is put together.
Yes.
And here.
Yeah, because you see projection, you see what you want to see, and exactly, like we just recently, that. And so what do we do in that case? For example, what would you do in that case? How do you get that gentle fire going so you can actually take an action? How would you do it? Like
what I do now?
Yeah.
Not what I used to do, but what I do now, I giving myself a moment, space, reflect on what is happening. And not from the ego perspective, because we have the ego is protecting us. But I don't feel like I want to be under flight and fight mode constantly. So I'm giving myself a moment to reflect and is this really true what is happening? Is this really true? Or based on all my programming and fears and everything else that I learn for myself to be able to survive. So definitely giving the moment to reflect what is happening really. It's not acting right away, because with the fire of like, no, I need to survive. I have to survive. So that definitely it's helpful. And like even breathe.
We needed a moment.
We needed a moment
to clear my throat.
We're purging something, which is good.
Yeah, I find. And I didn't want to cough for everybody to
We're clearing our throat chakra.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely not firing up. Like if something is happening, take the moment. Take the moment for myself, and it's like, okay, is this really happening? Is this really true? It's like looking at all those angles and perspective from the perspective. Is this really is real? It is real to me, or is, like I said before, based on all my programming and behaviors before that I adapted for myself to be able to survive? Is this what is really happening? And most of the time, it's not. And if it is, again, from not acting up uh, with that strong survival energy, but more from like from the heart. It's like, what can I do about it now? Breathe, take the moment, center, yes, and bring myself to the center,
Yes,
to the center, to the middle line,
exactly. And
bring the past and that now in the center, and see and feel what it looks like now.
how it feels. You know what? Yeah, that I agree. I totally agree. And the way I like to do it is actually I just went through a few days, just had a headache, but that was just clearing. Oh, give myself space. Yes. Always when something starts percolating, I give myself the space to be, to feel, to allow it. And it's a good, someone else, there's a book, but about something else, but I like to implement these words when something comes up, a feeling or energy, because a lot of the times we're energetic beings, so we are absorbing, we're taking in all the other stuff, so most of the time it's not ours. We're always, yes, but it's like, is it true? I always ask myself, is this mine? Is this true? And how do I know the answer? I feel it in the body. So whenever I give myself space, I connect to my heart. I breathe into my heart. I feel my toes and I feel my body. I just feel myself. And it's a practice because in the past, I didn't feel myself. I was disconnected out of fear, out of survival, like many of us, exactly. So it just took consistency. It took, just took time and effort and patience and gentleness and love and extra patience and gentleness and space to really come in. And it's interesting because the body is magical and the body is guiding us all the time if we just allow ourselves to relax, feel, and listen.
And even our relationship with ourselves, how many inside talk we have with ourselves, so many conversation we have in ourselves. And if we give ourselves the moment, the space to conversation for a little bit, we feel okay, this is not real, this is not me, it's not
Exactly.
happening. And true, sometimes it's just really, really good to, if somebody says something that triggers something in us, it's like we don't have to get back to the person right away. We can just not respond to it.
Sleep on it.
Yes, sleep on it. And like I think if we do things more consciously, not from the pilot mode, then our life will be definitely more comfortable. We'll feel more comfortable in our body and feels less paralyzed to take the action. So again, guys, leave us some comments.
Yes, and I
Please
want you
share.
to also
Thank you for the last time. Beautiful comments, whoever commented. Thank you so much. we are trying to just come with to this space and just being positive,
Yes.
and it comes from all of us. All of that come from our heart. Um, we try. We not try. We just do.
Try.
We just do.
We show up.
Yes, we
So
show.
we show up and we just share our thoughts, and you know, as we heal ourselves, because you saw we needed a moment to clear the throat chakra. We just show up and we share with you, and hoping that it will assist in your own inner exploration of self. And
We want to create just a very safe space for the inner conversation.
Exactly. And it's the same. Another thing what I wanted to add before is that where we are now, literally all of us, really, in our own unique lives,
Agendas,
journeys for inner lives. It is so what you see around you, it has been created from the seeds planted in the past. So if you don't like what you see, yes, by visualizing, by see the world, feel the world
in a positive,
feel the life.
positive.
Yes, see
feeling.
the life you want to have, feel, like, project that frequency.
And for years, I wasn't able to fully understand that statement. Whatever you project your energy, that seed will grow. So when we project our energy into something negative, we bring more negative into our life. And finally, I feel like, and I see that we are able to understand and feel the statement right now. So if we want to see more beautiful, positive changes in our life, this is where our energy should go, and this is what we should project.
And we will be able to take action. Will be easier.
Yes.
By visualizing, by projecting the life you want to, by being all, you're here in the present, but you're not amplifying the energies that you don't like.
Yes.
The world, the life, it's already here. Yes. So you can't create something new from what's already here. So
new foundation.
Yes. New foundation, yeah. And to gently, take action, be gentle with yourselves, like
no judgment,
be gentle. And like paralysis, you just take action, just
even a small step,
even a thought, just small steps, like you change the way of thinking, even a thought or a right, or just small baby steps. Starts with a thought, and it's huge. So would you like to add anything else, or did we kind of talked in circles today?
No, we're done.
We're done. So please like, share, comment, subscribe. Yes, please. That will help us grow the channel.
We are open to topics to talk about, and definitely we read all the comments, because that's a really nice, beautiful feedback for us, but also, and it's also inspiring us to talk about some different things. And I think like we talk last time about it, the word could be really negative if we put the attention to it, but we want to put all our attention to what is positive.
Yeah, just a way to, for a better life.
Yes.
What makes us happy? What makes us joyous?
Yes.
So listen to your heart and take action. Just focus on what makes your heart sing and your body relaxed.
Happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yes, please comment if you feel like it, and like, subscribe, share, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.